You didn't have to be a big college football fan to hop on the Manti Te'o bandwagon this year. A star linebacker with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who nearly won the Heisman Trophy. Hard-hitting, but soft-spoken.
From the pocket, he's looking
pillies, man, I feel
for
just like a rock
Dockery,
star.
and he makes it.
All my brothers got that gas and they always.
Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Dockery and we're back again, and guess what? Part 3 is coming out. For those who don't know, some people, they broke into my brother's car, stole all of his presents he had for Christmas for my little brothers. We actually found these people on OfferUp trying to sell everything. We ended up catching them, and there were 2 parts to the video. One part, we met up with them. We scheduled a fake meetup and we met up with them. And then part 2, we actually chased them to their house. And then the 3rd video, you guys know it was on hold because we had to get clearance from my friend who's a police officer in order to use some of the footage in that video. So stay tuned, it's coming. If you haven't seen the series, go check it out, it's dope. But today, before we get started with the video, I gotta do my shout out like I do every video. If you guys are new and don't know, I pick one of my subscribers every video for a shout out. And the winner for today's video goes to 2 people. Yeah, that's right, because on the last video I didn't do a shout out, so I gotta do 2 shout outs to make up for the last 2 videos. The first one goes to my bro Jack and Tube HD family. He says, "Squad, hi mom, I made it on Dockery, shout out." And the next one goes to my bro Trey Medina. He says, "Squad, I love you guys both. Shout out to both of you guys are both dope. Thank you for the love and support." If you guys want to know how to win a shout out, it's so easy. You guys just gotta join the family, join the squad. There's only 2 steps below this video next to the subscribe button. Make sure that bell is on, and the next step, just comment squad. Super easy. But okay, let's get into the video. I love doing these videos because honestly, what happened to my homie Manti Te'o? I mean, I'm sure he's okay and doing well, but is anybody else out there wondering what happened to this guy? Like, where is he at now? Because let's be honest, at one point, he was one of the best and probably the most popular linebacker coming out of college at this time. But there's one thing that I remember most from him, and I don't know if you guys knew this, but this dude was actually catfished for the longest time. And that situation actually ended up going viral and blowing up. I mean, my homie was dating a guy for a while through the internet. But I'm gonna talk about that more in a little bit. Right now, I just wanna focus on his football story. So let's get into it. So Manti Te'o was born January 26th in 1991 in Laie, Hawaii, and grew up in a Mormon home. When Manti joined Pop Warner football, it kind of became obvious that he was going to be a standout football player already because of his size. He was 5'10", 160 pounds as a 6th grader. When he got to high school, his dad was actually the assistant football coach, so it was only right that he would soon be a leader on the team. Te'o was twice named Gatorade State High School Player of the Year. In his senior year, he led his high school to its first state title in 118 years. That's crazy, 118 years. I've actually never seen this dude's high school highlights, so I'm trying to check him out right now. This dude is big. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast. Anyways, so Manti was ranked the #1 defensive prospect in the country by ESPN his senior year and was heavily recruited by most college football powerhouses. A lot of people thought he was going to commit to University of Southern California, should have just said USC, but this was because it was USC at the time and still today, still known for having a history of Polynesian stars like Troy Polamalu and Junior Seau. But instead, Manti decided to choose the University of Notre Dame. When he got to Notre Dame, his first year, he had only a limited amount of starts as a freshman, but it didn't take long for him to develop his work ethic and take over. Manti soon established himself as one of the country's best linebackers his sophomore and junior seasons, helping to bring the storied Notre Dame program back to respectability. Although he could have easily entered the draft, he made his decision to return back for his senior year, a decision that would greatly affect his public profile. Now on September 12th, 2012, Te'o found out that his grandmother had passed away. That's not even the crazy part about this yet. Literally hours later, he found out that his girlfriend, Linebacker, had also passed away after a battle with leukemia. The two-part tragedy became a viral national story. This would soon become one of the greatest chapters in Manti's story of overcoming and becoming a champion. Because of what happened, his teammates also became inspired, which led to the Fighting Irish dominating the season with hopes of ending with a 12-0 record for the regular season and a BCS championship title, until they got blown out by Alabama. But Te'o actually recorded more than 100 tackles for a third straight season with 7 interceptions. He also took home a slew of Defensive Player of the Year awards and finished second in the Heisman Trophy race. Damn, what a story. He was killing it. Okay, now this is what we've all been waiting for. 9 days after the championship loss, the story about Manti's girlfriend who died of leukemia actually never existed. When Manti was interviewed in the past about their relationship, he would mention how the two had often met, when in fact they've never met before, but only spoke through text and phone calls. The articles say that he found out she was not real in December, but put him on blast by saying he referred to her as his girlfriend in 2 interviews after December. He admitted he had lied about meeting her and swore he had been deceived the whole time. Eventually, more evidence came out after a long investigation, and it turns out he had been dating this man the whole time. I mean, imagine that. When I first heard the news, I felt so bad for this man. Like, imagine falling in love with somebody for over 3 years and then just finding out they died, but then finding out it was fake. Not only was the death fake, but the person was fake too. Anyways, so now we get to the question, what happened to Manti Te'o and where is he at right now? Well, after his senior year in college, he was projected to be a first-round draft pick in 2013. But after his performance in the combines, he ended up going second round to the San Diego Chargers as a 38th overall pick. It was said that although he was projected first round, his performance in the Alabama game, the slow 40-yard dash times, and the hoax involved in his fake girlfriend had a huge impact and dropped his stock. After being picked, Te'o said, "I did expect to go in the first round, but things happened, and all it did was give me more motivation." Now that's dope. I like that. So after he went to the Chargers, he was finally in the league, but his biggest problem was staying healthy. After having multiple injuries, it was hard for him to contribute to the team, which is probably why we haven't seen him in the media that much. The good thing though is that he's proven to be a solid contributor when he is healthy. For example, in 2015, he had 83 tackles in 12 games. And the coaches also mentioned they really loved his work ethic, but in 2016, he was injured again, missing all but 3 games. In 4 seasons since being drafted, he has been limited to just 38 games, never playing more than 13 in a single season. And a lot of people have actually been saying that they really just expected more out of him because of how good he did his senior year in college, and saying that he's just an average starter. But I mean, if you're a starter in the NFL, I respect you, bro. I respect you. But he was always getting hurt, which led to the Chargers not re-signing the linebacker after his contract. So after his 4-year deal, he was picked up by the Saints this year in hopes of having a fresh start. Wow. Alright, well that's that. Now you guys know what's been going on with him. But now, like I do at the end of every video, I gotta answer some questions from you guys. So everyone out there that has questions they want answered, just drop them below, because I do this every video. And I'll randomly choose, just like I randomly choose for the shout out winner. So the first question goes to my homie Mitchell Miller. This is a lot, but he basically is saying, should he skip his junior year season and train to get bigger and faster and stronger for his senior year? And I actually replied to him and I said no, he shouldn't, because this is honestly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and you shouldn't just waste it when you could be doing it at the same time. Like, if you're going through your junior year, you could easily be putting in the work after or on the side of what you're doing and continue doing both at the same time. So no, definitely never skip a season just to try to get better. You can do it at the same time. Next question goes to my homie Lorenzo Rivera. He said, squad, what GPA would be good to get into Oregon State? Now, a lot of colleges, they actually recommend at least a 2.5 or higher, and so that's what it was at Oregon State. But that's how it's going to be for most of D1 schools you try to get into. That's all the questions I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more or want me to do someone else, let me know, because I do these videos every once in a while. So let me know who else I should do. So stay tuned. It's your boy Doc. I'm out.